A very good evening to all Toastmasters and guests. Today, we are celebrating a very special event, which is the 1200th meeting of Sunshine Toastmasters. So let's have a huge, loud round of applause on that note. I'm Alpita, and I'll be the surgeon at arms for today. And it's an honor to welcome you all to Sunshine Toastmasters. Before I begin with today's meeting, I'd like to ask you guys a question. I'd like to ask if you've gone through something challenging recently and how you overcame it. Any volunteers? It can be the smallest of things.
What was getting difficult?
Okay, any other?
Work was getting difficult and persistent.
Nice.
What was getting difficult? So I changed my team.
Work was getting difficult for other team members, so they assigned to me. Now I'm taking that.
Okay, anyone else with nothing to do with work? Anyone? Sujan?
Exams are getting hectic, so I came here.
That's great. So today we just saw a lot of people who had many challenges like work and exams. And every time we overcome it, how do we feel? We feel empowered, we feel powerful, we feel free from the restraints that were holding us back, the thoughts that told us that we can't do this, we can't do this. Restraints like self-doubt, fear of failure, fear of what other people have to tell about you, and comparisons. The second you start looking at the other person running the race is the second you start losing it. And this is something I myself have gone through. I had envied this amazing girl back when I was in PU. I wanted to be her so bad. She was loved by everyone. She was so funny. She was so smart, and she had that air of like leadership. Like wherever she go, the whole flock would follow. And I'd always wanted to be that. I wanted everyone to love me like everyone else, and always someone to listen to me, someone to always be there for me. So I tried being her by copying her, by doing everything she did, the way she moves, the way she walks, the way she talks. But no matter how hard I tried, I could not be her because I wasn't her. And every time I remind myself that I have my own strengths, my own weaknesses, and everyone here on this planet are here to represent their own individual uniqueness. So we all should learn to embrace our strengths, our weaknesses, and build up on it. How? How do you stop comparing yourselves with others? One, when you want something the other person has, when it comes naturally to them and you have to work so hard for it yourself, you start resenting them. You become a bit bitter. So you place them on a pedestal. You feel like you can't do anything that could ever match up to them. But instead of doing this, what we can do is have them as our motivation. For example, if someone's great at making conversation or is great at making relationships, how I want to have that. So how do I improve on it? I'll start being a better listener, trying to genuinely listen to people around me, and always checking up on my friends, always making plans so I spend more time with them. 2, it's called the 5-second rule. And it's something that has changed my life very much, I'd say. 5-second rule is something that our brain, what it does is it rejects a thought which is longer than 5 seconds. So if you want to do anything, achieve something, do it within those 5 seconds. It sounds ridiculous, but it sure is effective. For example, you want to go approach this person, but you're very nervous, like everyone will be. But make the first move of just walking towards that person in the first 5 seconds. Because after those 5 seconds, what happens is your mind starts self-sabotaging and starts convincing you to run away from your problem. It starts telling you about how you're probably not confident enough, you're probably insecure, that person will probably think you're creepy and wouldn't want to talk to you, so why would you go approach them? So you don't take up the action. And that time it becomes even harder because not only do you have to go muster up the courage to go talk to that person, but also have to deal with all these thoughts that are in your head. So let's all here together. I urge all of you to help expand your potential by using these techniques. And as essay for today, it's my duty to tell you, inform you about the rules of a Toastmaster meeting. One, which is to refrain from talking about sex, politics, and religion. Two, to put your phones on silent. And three, to refrain from walking and moving around when the speaker is on the stage talking. And thank you so much, and I hand over the stage to our lovely president, Toastmaster Harshita.
It was a cold evening.
Hello, hello.
It was a cold evening. Strong winds blew on our faces, fat droplets of water just falling on our faces. We blinked and we tried to look away. On the opposite side, we could see a silhouette of rustling trees, and just the silhouette of it, and everything is surrounded in silence. We stood there, and I, that day, delivered my speech. This speech was given outside our own club here. That day, there was no power. We were standing in darkness. We were not allowed to enter the hall because of a confusion. And yet, under the starlit sky, with torchlight as the light to my face, I had one of my most memorable meetings. It was so cool, and even though it was on the steps outside, I felt appreciated, I felt seen, and I felt heard. I realized then at Sunshine Toastmasters, you don't need a stage to speak. You just need an audience willing to listen to you. And this is what makes Sunshine special to me. On March 24th, 2020, there was a nationwide lockdown and everything came to a stop still. And yet, on March 27th, 2020, we had our first online meeting. Sunshine Toastmasters had done 20 years of meetings offline. Imagine a time when none of us knew Zoom and none of us were doing meetings online, and yet at Sunshine, we didn't skip a beat, we didn't miss one meeting, and amidst the COVID lockdown, we had our meeting. And that is what Sunshine is. Sunshine today is celebrating the 1200th meeting, and it's this kind of persistence, this kind of resilience is what has got us here today. We have seen 23 years and 1200 meetings, and we have done it all. Our members have represented our club in division and district level and have won various awards for the club. We have got some of the best orators from our club. Toastmaster Kadri sir, PM Ramesh sir, or Toastmaster Venkat have really shown when they've gone out of our club and have really performed well in their field. Other than that, we have also, our members have gone out to establish some legacy clubs, including BG's, Ramaya Club, Banjara Academy. So members from our club have gone up and set up other clubs today. So Sunshine has seen every kind of member. We have lawyers, we have ventriloquists, we have actors, we have, of course, engineers, which is what Sunshine is known for. And every one of them have found a place and have found a home in our club. And through it all, one thing that Sunshine has done and one thing that Sunshine has stayed true to and stayed honest to is to help everyone in their growth and their betterment so they can achieve their dreams. So I ask you today, raise your hands and raise a toast with me. Here's to Sunshine Toastmasters Club. Here's to every single Thursday turning up here in spite of the rain, in spite of sun, and in spite of that traffic. Here's to the club where we gave our icebreaker speeches, and here's to the club where we broke the stage with our speeches. Here's to the club where we embarrassed ourselves, made a fool of ourselves on the stage, and here's to the club that we command with pride, and we are happy to be over here. Here's to the club where friends are like families and mentors nudge us. Here's to 24,000 hours of meeting and 1,200th meeting today. Here's to Sunshine Toastmasters Club. So over the last 4 years of my journey in Sunshine, I have changed and I have become a different person. I have gotten over my fears of communication skills and I feel I'm a different person. I encourage all of you to take advantage of this stage, make the most of Sunshine Toastmasters Club and keep this legacy going. I open today's meeting. We're very excited to have some guests with us today on our very special meeting. Would you like to introduce yourself? How did you hear about our club? And what are you looking for out of Toastmasters?
Yeah, hi. I'm Sushma. I live in Mumbai. From Bangalore. And how I heard about Toastmasters in general, after I used to give Toastmasters, starting people buildings Toastmasters, so that's why I knew that Toastmasters existed. But recently I was just really bored. I think I fallen into a slump where I was not getting out of how I work from home right now. And I made a list of all the things that I want to be doing. And one of the things was, yeah, one of the things was to speak and being able to speak and communicate effectively, especially I definitely have stage fright. Yeah, I wanted to do that. So then I remembered Toastmasters again, and today I looked it up and I found this. It was, here I am.
So I think the introduction you gave us was almost like a mini icebreaker, which is the first, which is the first speech you give. So I think your problem of boredom will definitely get solved over here. Welcome to our club. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Navishri and Navakosha. So, I actually heard about Toastmasters from my cousin, and I have a very short speech that she looked it up and she inquired and she so
Yeah,
that's it.
wonderful. Welcome to the club today.
Hi everyone, I'm Anju. I was a part of Toastmasters for many years, but I served as the president of the club and halfway back. But unfortunately, because of studies, I had to move to a different place. Now I'm back, and I thought what better me to join than for an iconic 1,000.
Wonderful.
I'm happy to be here.
Welcome. Just out of interest, which club are you a member of?
I was a part of DJ Toastmasters.
Okay, great. Welcome to Sunshine Toastmasters Club. So, would you like to introduce yourself again for some people who didn't see you last week?
Yeah, hi, my name is Martin and this is my legacy with Toastmasters. I did Toastmasters for not
When we
8
close the meeting.
years, so I will not say I accomplished Toastmasters. I think I saw your president in and hopefully this time I can be to learn all the pathways.
Um, we introduce ourselves every time.
Here last week and I got to just Googled about Toastmasters. I heard it from one of my friends. So I want to know this is the coolest one in the state in Bangalore.
Wonderful. Nice.
So I wanted to get started on my public speaking by watching the videos. I found Toastmasters. This chapter I got online course. That is how I.
Wonderful. Also, if you get an opportunity, you could check out our Sunshine YouTube portal where we have all our current speeches. It's quite up to date. So we're glad you found us on YouTube. Any? Oh, okay. Looking forward to your icebreaker speech. Would you like to introduce yourself for the 100th time?
Yeah, I like the topic today, so yeah.
Wonderful. Welcome to today's meeting. So, one way to introduce our next speaker is a married man, a father to a young girl, going for a job. He's a regional manager at a company, blah, blah, blah. Another way to introduce this person is a specialist at making biryanis. He met his wife when he was in 8th standard. Theirs is a love story that is going to go down in the books. We are waiting to hear his love story, but today, let's all hear it for Toastmaster. Oh God. Hussein! I'm so sorry, Hussein. So this was the embarrassment I was talking about, that you just forget things and say.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harshita. She might have seen Shah Rukh Khan movies a lot. The way she has introduced me. So it's 1200. Are you people are excited? Uh, so when speaking about the conquering something, if you have a superpower, consider you have a power of Superman, Spider-Man, Hanuman, Shaktiman. What you will do? What you will conquer? So we'll start with Chandan. So if you have a superpower, what do you want to conquer? Conquer. Sorry? Okay, good. Then? Good. In what way? Save the world. Corruption? Srujan? Good. Well, it is good, right? Okay. So now the same thing applies to the ladies here, the girls, the amazing women in this club. So instead of Superman, He-Man, Shaktiman, Superwoman, Black Widow, what do you want to conquer, Arpita?
I don't want to conquer anything, but I want to teleport. I want to travel.
Okay.
So just traveling are so exhausting every day.
Okay.
I just want to teleport, but I don't know any place nothing to do.
So typically you want to conquer in your Google Maps all the area you want to cover, right?
Whole world, yeah. So even
Okay.
space.
Space. Good, lady. Kalpana Chawla. Okay. How about Diona? You?
I want to read the Bible.
Oh. So be careful, all of you, not to reveal any of your good or bad intentions with her. So, speaking about Toastmaster Club, it was started in 1924 in the month of October by Rolf C. Madley. So, Toastmaster Club is a non-profit organization which enables and gives you a platform to speak and teach you about the public speaking and also about the leadership skills. The Sunshine Toastmaster, we are celebrating 1200, which is a milestone and historical event and meeting today. Can we have a huge round of applause for all the Toastmasters who had led all the foundations and contributions to this Toastmaster Club? So it started in 1999, so when I was 4 or 5 years kid, and we have won prestigious awards like Golden Gavel Awards, and we have awards to get maximum renewal Toastmaster uh, members in that. It was in 2015. I was in my final year of mechanical engineering. We were supposed to celebrate the biggest event of our college that year, which is called Chaitra. So I got an opportunity to grab to host of that event. So without any prior experience and without any preparations, I took up that role. And you don't believe, I was fumbling, crumbling, nervous, anxious, all those things. I performed very amateurly in that event. So I went back to my room I was literally crying. Why I took up that role and why I have performed in that way. How I couldn't practice at that moment. So fast forward, after 6 months, I joined a company wherein the management of the company has given me an opportunity to give a seminar on spot in front of the 50 people audience. There, I grabbed that opportunity. I nailed that webinar. So what I mean to say is that so you are your biggest competitions. No matter at what times you will fail, try again, try again. That should be the motive of anyone's life. So going forward, so any Toastmaster meeting will be divided into 3 different segments. First would be prepared speeches, where in every speaker will come prepared for 5 to 7 minutes of a speech, and they will deliver in front of the audience, and that speech will be evaluated by a particular evaluator. So the next we will have regular table topic sessions where you will test the impromptu skills. However, since this is a 1200 meetings, so we have exchange or in place of table topic sessions, we are celebrating with potluck in this meeting. So the final session what we have is a general evaluation. It is obvious that all of us are have it's a good to evaluate someone from experts. So that we have as a general evaluation session first. So to moving forward, the general evaluator of today. So before he comes in, so I want to introduce the general evaluator of today. So he is an entrepreneur. He is the biggest fan of Elon Musk and also Donald Trump. He loves to play basketball and he also loves to watch Netflix, especially sacred games. And he's the biggest fan of Nawazuddin Siddiqui. He loves to cook barbecue, so all the veg, non-veg dishes, not just chicken, mutton, and also something like crocodile, frog. So that was the joke, guys. So he has been 3 times Toastmaster of the Month. He has given the title Toastmaster of the Month by Sunshine Club. So do join me in welcoming the GE evaluator of today is Jay Prakash.
Thank you so much, Hussein. Good evening, all present here. How are you all doing today? Are you excited for the 1200 meeting? Or the potluck? Can you raise your hand for potluck, please? So today, I am the general evaluator. It's a last minute choice, but I have to take it up. So it's the purpose of a general evaluator is basically to evaluate the entire meeting, right from the starting to the end. And since this is a very hectic role, I have 3 pillars of strength with me. They are the timer, our counter, and grammarian. We don't have the listener for today, but that's okay. So if I call up your name, please stand at a place and explain the role. Taking up the role of timer, can we have Shruti please explain the role?
So I have taken a timer today. As we don't have table topics today, so I've been noting down time for evaluators and teachers. Teachers, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing green card. At 6 minutes, I'll be showing yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll be showing red card. For evaluators, the timings are the range is 16 minutes. For 2 minutes, I'll be showing green card. For 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll be showing yellow card. And for 3 minutes, I'll be showing red card. Wish you all the best.
Thank you. Taking the role of our counter, can you have Aritra please to explain the role? Thank you. Taking up the role of a grammarian, can we have Rohini to explain the role? Thank you. This is my role for today, and I wish the speakers all the best. Um, Back to you to Modi.
So thank you, Jayaprakash. So moving on, I want to understand what is the meaning for you milestone numbers in your life. How do you see numbers or milestone? Uh, Ms. Rohini?
For me, like even finishing my homeopathy was a milestone for me. Finishing my bachelor was a milestone. So everything I achieved.
So you are a doctor by profession, right? So an apple a day keeps a doctor away, right? So we have lots of food. So hope you don't say not to have that.
I made the most yes.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Can we have a huge round of applause? Aritra, can you tell me what's your view on milestone? Why the numbers are important? Yeah, you can stand up and okay. 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 So when you saw Sachin Tendulkar was out on 99, so all of us will feel bad, right? Just one run. If it have scored, it would have been to 3 number. Similarly, if you are having this 5 number salary and want to achieve 6 number, we'll all be curious to achieve that number, right? So similarly, today Virat Kohli has achieved 250 million followers in Instagram. So 250 million is a milestone. So all of us, we have milestone numbers, like we have 1200 in sunshine. So moving forward, to introduce, we are getting into first segment, which is prepared speeches. So before introducing the speaker, I want to introduce the evaluator of today's speaker, which is first speaker. So he is an independent financial consultant. So I gave an introduction when I was last time TO Modi of the day. So after which he got a couple of clients, and one is the one who is evaluating the speaker. I I uh, I heard him that he was inquiring about what kind of financial consultation he'll give. So you should pay me something, Karthik. So he loves to travel. He is my mentor also in our club. So he is the winner of table topic contest which held at Division A level. If there is any name for the person with best voice modulation, best hand gesture, it's him. So join me in welcoming Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you to Master Hussain. I wish your reference actually gave me money, but the reference did not. A very good evening, everyone. The next speaker is presenting his L1 speech. The purpose of the speech is for the speaker to deliver a well organized speech.
enhance the speech. All the very best speakers, back to you, Guru.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. So the next speaker of today, he is a software engineer at Citrix. So you can ask him all about how to hack any software on any website. He might give you some answers. So he is a hardcore Kannadiga, which means he's a hardcore fan of Vatal Nagaraj. People who doesn't know Vatal Nagaraj, he's also hardcore Kannadiga. You can see him any of the press conference and any of the strikes. He wears a black cap with big black glass. Okay, and do not dare to speak with him about the Kaveri issue unless you are a Kannadiga. That was the joke, guys. So the title of the speech is procrastination. The pathway is innovative planning. The stage is L1P3. So join me in welcoming Toastmaster Ritvik.